Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was just texting some important people. Hopefully,
to start it off.
we were being sued, and I was trying to wave them off. I am Toonstar, and welcome to another installment of Tales of Equestria, Faces of Shadows. Sorry.
And apparently wailing little children.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
It's the ghost in the background. The shadows.
Charlie?
Shadows.
So, anyway, I am here tonight, as always, with...
Hi, folks. I am Lukhan. I will be playing the character Iron Spirit. Luckily, this time I actually got my book. You can check my workout, Dragon Prophecies, on YouTube. My two books are Prodigy and Heresy. Yeah, stick around, enjoy, have fun. How are you, Drexen?
Hey everyone, I'm Jackson, playing Scout, the Diamond Dog, as always. That's pretty much all I've got. Andy, who I can help.
Hello, I am Hunk Papa, also known as Jesse Zilif. I'll be playing Blackmail tonight, and I am a professional dungeon master, and my modules will be released for public sale sometime in November. And how are you doing, Blaze?
I'm doing good. I started DMing, was it Lukhan streaming it for me? We working on a My Little Pony D&D mashup, where their group is going into the new land of Equestria as it just been discovered. Other than that, I got nothing else in my life.
And joining us, a new player. Introduce yourself, new player.
Hello, my name is Cobalt Paris, your hippogriff.
Wait, stop. That was terrible. Go back, everybody go back to their places. Reshoot.
I need my makeup!
What could just happen?
Hello,
go
my
ahead.
name is Cobalt Paris, your hippogriff with talent.
That's all he's got.
Also, I am the DM's cousin. Also, I'm a reviewer.
He's going to
Don't
get
worry.
special
Don't-
consideration.
Oh, no. Yeah, special consideration. Like Space Cow.
Space guy.
I don't know, I'm sensing a little favoritism here.
Nepotism!
It's a major
Seriously.
nepotism going around.
No, if I was going to do nepotism, I'd insert my own NPC and give him all the power.
You mean you don't do that already?
No. Do you see
That's
my
what I do.
No.
Anyway, yes, and as I said before, I am Toonstar, your host for tonight's game. I am also on YouTube. Check me out. I play games with these clowns. If you like what you see, leave a like, comment, subscribe, comment down below. And hey, you might get a shout out as well. The only reason I was going to give a shout out to Cobalt, but since he's here, I can just say I can just plainly say that you suck, Cobalt.
Okay.
We'll be nicer to our other
started
shout
then?
Yes, we'll be nice to all our other shout outs.
It's all that nepotism,
Yep.
you know.
Anyway, let's play some Tales of Equestria.
Woohoo!
I really need to work on a theme song and a title card for this stuff.
Send it to me.
Yes.
Send it to me.
So previously on Tales of Equestria, our heroes. Oh God, it's been a week. I forgot what you guys did.
Well, we went.
Discord.
What's it?
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
now the
we finished
Discord.
Discord and Dungeons.
We took
Yes.
a nap, and we're about to go into the Crystal Kingdom. That's everything in a nutshell.
spoilers.
Not really spoilers. We found that out about Les Essen.
Yeah, I thought...
We finally got to take a nap.
Yes.
We
Finally-
finally-
That was the highlight of the night. That was the main
Yeah.
important thing that
Don't
happened.
forget who was responsible for this. Now it was all because Silverwings wanted to read a book.
Okay, let's move you over here.
All right. Is stuff happening, DM, that I need to be aware of?
No, just
Okay. All right.
putting on some finishing touches to my epic design here.
Okay. All right. Quiver in
so-
anticipation.
As you... Okay, so as your lot jumps into the portal, because, you know, every RPG player jumps into the portal. Oh, wait, no, you guys aren't even there.
We're not
Yeah,
even
we're
there
We're
yet.
camped.
No.
I mean, I assume we're moving there, but
The plan was to go there, but
Yeah,
we
but
weren't
you
there
haven't
yet.
moved there yet. Okay, so you guys wake up from your rest, well rested and fully healed. If you take any
Okay,
damage.
we can go now.
So that was probably just blackmail. No, Lukhan healed me up. We're good.
everybody should be healed.
Yeah, we're
As
good.
Silverwing
We went over
is-
this last session.
The Silverwing is taken off without everybody.
Come on! We gotta go. We gotta go. The next place is the Crystal Kingdom. I might be able to see my
What?
parents finally. Let's
So-
go!
Hey.
Come on!
As everybody's
Get up.
rushing, Iron Spirit's like putting on his armor half-heartedly. He's like, "Wait for me!" And you see him like trying to put in like a boot and stuff like that. So he's like, "Wait!"
Comes running out like he just ran through the freaking soup kitchen and just messed up all the cooking pots.
Yep, clank, 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 clank.
During last night's reading of my revised guide to the elements of harmony, would anything of the Crystal Kingdom pop up in there? I would imagine there would be something mentioning the bring, like the heart at least.
Well, I mean, you guys were. Well, I mean, so as you read through the event, like the guy, the elements of harmony, a reference guide.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did read that the elements of harmony are known. That the elements of harmony are known to evolve with their wielders, and they change in accordance to the ponies who wield them.
And if you wanted to know a little bit more about the Crystal Kingdom, Blackmail would share with you what he knew about growing up there and what it was like.
Well, no, I'm just asking if the book mentioned it at all.
Oh
The Crystal Kingdom.
no,
Okay, so she still knows this place as the place that disappeared for no reason.
well, I'm sure Luna like shared that information with her.
Well, no, like she knows of it. Like she ended up like seeing reports of it. It's like it's a place that disappeared, but most of the times they were saying it's like it disappeared for no reason.
I mean, like royal guard ponies 1,000 years later knew of the Crystal Empire. I don't think it was like the world's best kept secret.
Well, it's like people knew about that, but it's like,
Except for
No,
Twilight.
but-
Twilight doesn't seem to know about any of this junk that exists. She has to be told that it does.
Well, I mean, she's the.
I don't
audience.
remember the.
It's
when did the
almost
Royal Guard
like
ever
those
mention they-
books are just
Yeah.
there for show.
She's the audience.
Yeah. Like she never heard of the Crystal Empire. In all her years of study, she never came across the Crystal Empire.
She just went to that one day of school when she hatched Spike. That's the only schooling she ever got.
Celestia,
The rest was just her.
automatically the worst teacher in the world.
She taught her magic, not history.
She knew about the elements of harmony and the mare and the moon.
Yeah, but we
Because she
all
had to
know
look
she
them
likes
up
to-
in a library.
Yeah,
she just
but-
happened
but
to
he-
have those
But that was
books.
an old
Yeah,
Pennywise
but
tale.
keep in mind, Celestia purposely kept the elements of harmony away from Twilight because, you know, her masterful plan is like, I'm going to raise a student, not tell her about the elements of harmony, and then, boom, she's going to have the elements of harmony.
Why does your Celestia sound like Frieza?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, with her newfound power, she will absorb the powers of all the princesses and accidentally destroy the world.
Sure is Zarbon in here.
I miss Zarbon.
Anyway, so you guys make your way to the Crystal Empire. when a mysterious floating dice comes and attacks you.
Discord. I don't think we're done with the game yet.
No. Anyway, besides, it missed you guys
an
completely.
illusion. It's all an illusion.
Your mom's an illusion.
Then, what does that make me? A minor illusion?
That makes you a mirage.
I see what you did there.
D&D players. You know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, so you guys ready to jump into this portal?
Let's do it.
Jumping!
Oh, hold on. No, I gotta teleport in. Thank you.
Bloop, bloop.
Really?
Can that work with portals?
No. No, they can't, because even though portals do act as doorways to separate spaces, the magic conflicts with the magic that powers them conflicts with the reality that they exist in. So any attempt to like teleport through them, which is another magic unto itself, would actually mess it up. Probably blow up everything in the process.
So that's all we need to do to solve this problem. Is just let me teleport through all of these paintings.
And risk blowing up the worlds that exist within them. Not to mention the castle and yourselves. And possibly Princess Twilight.
B.
Fastest campaign ever.
The Kinder says oops.
So that's how we defeat the bad guy. We destroyed everyone.
I mean, isn't that the common adventuring goal? As long as we stop the bad guy, nothing else matters.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's chaotic evil.
Please don't divide by 0.
Too late, the Kinder did. Anyway, so jumping into the portal.
I'm still flying into it.
Portal hopping every day. It's your favorite hobby.
Whoop, whoop.
This is sliders.
Damn it!
Explodes.
Move.
All right.
Okay. Nothing is working today. Okay, so you guys arrive in the Crystal Empire, and it is in ruins.
This seems appropriate.
Sorry, Blackmail.
He's a little shocked, and he starts running through the streets looking for his house.
Blackmail,
without a word.
Wait. Iron Spirit gives chase after Blackmail.
She's gonna fly after him.
Give him a bit of a head start before chasing him.
Is this way blocked?
I'm going to try to fly up to see if I can spot any smoke or something.
I'll say it's not. It's just rubble.
Okay.
I'm a fly. I can't fly apparently.
Does this resemble any of the Crystal Empire that Blackmail used to know?
Yes, as the Crystal Empire has not, as the basic design of the Crystal Empire has not changed within the last 2 millenniums.
Okay, so I would know pretty much where the house is then. I don't actually know that, so my character is just going to wander around until it looks like he can't wander around anymore. Or you tell him he's found it.
I'm trying to set up this highly emotional scene.
Yeah.
Is this how your home normally looks like?
No, the last time I was here, everything was intact and was quite prosperous. I don't know what happened.
Well, can I suggest you stop for a moment and let the others catch up?
They'll be fine. I gotta find them.
Mine too.
My parents! If they're still here, surely they'll be back at our house.
Why? The place is in ruins. I don't see why they would stay at their home. Be
Oh,
better to
wouldn't you think they
relocate
would
to a
wait for
safe
me?
area. No.
Well, I just gotta look anyways. I have to know.
Okay. I wonder where we're supposed to end up at.
It's almost like we're wandering in circles towards something.
Okay. Okay, you finally make it to your place. Or to the
Does
place
this happen
you
to be
remember.
right here? Or the building across right here?
Does the door intact? Like, is the front door still standing?
Yes.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
As you well, there's no answer.
He's going to open the door if he can.
Okay. You open it opens.
And what does he see inside?
When you enter inside, you find that the place is actually pretty much abandoned.
She follows in behind him.
Mom, Dad, it's blackmail. I finally found my way home. Hello?
Nothing.
He's gonna wander through the house looking for them.
Okay, so what you find is it pretty much looks like the place was abandoned in a hurry.
She looks at him and is like, to be honest, this does kind of hurt when it says when I say it, but I told you so.
Maybe they evacuated before all this happened.
Wow, like something I told you.
Scout, can you take a look for me?
I don't think Scout's an ear
What do you need me
range.
to look for?
He can try and teleport if need be to get Scout. If you can see what happened to my parents, it doesn't look like they're here, but maybe they escaped.
I'm gonna try to fly up in the air to see if I can spot anybody. I'm gonna keep rolling fly because I just want that skill to be used up.
Well, whether you succeed at what you're attempting to do or not, the skill is just used.
Right. So flying's like if you're trying to do acrobatics and stuff, like you're trying to do special
Well, she's trying to
maneuvers.
fly up as fast as, like, as high as she can. So this is more like a stamina thing.
Oh, I mean, you do it.
Can I see anybody?
You don't see any. You don't see any civilians. But from your high vantage point, it looks like most of the Crystal Empire is in this state of destruction.
Is there any spots not in destruction?
It's hard to tell. There's a lot of smoke and stuff. However, you can see beyond. You can see beyond the range of the Crystal Empire of the Crystal Empire, and you see that there is what looks like various encampments.
She flies down and tells us, like, I saw some gatherings. Didn't see people, but I saw what looked like a camp.
Scout, what do you think? Do you think that could be them?
Maybe. Just checking out.
Blackmail's gonna run out. Which way?
DM, which way?
You saw him this way.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see that ping. That
Way
way.
over on
So
the right side of the map.
shift click.
Yeah, I see it.
Ah. I
Yeah.
guess I should move.
Okay, let's go.
So as you pass one more house, you see a blue well, it looks like a giant blue bird walking out.
Okay, so what's happening here is she is flying by, like seeing it in her peripherals,
Yeah.
stopping, and like backing up to see this.
I'm
sorry. What?
Who are you? Why are you here?
Wait, hold on. Wasn't it in the Equestria movie that they said that hippogriffs used to be allies with Equestria a long time ago?
Well, it was also in the shows. They used to be
Yeah.
allies a long time ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like back in
What-
your day.
Okay, so I probably would know he's a hippogriff then.
Well, I mean, Celestia knew about them, and that's what she was seeing. That's what she was sending, or attempting to send Luna to go and get.
Luna knew about it, which means there's a large chance my character knew about it.
Yeah.
Are you a hippogriff?
Cobalt looks down and scans Buddy. Last time I checked.
What are you doing here? Why are you in the Crystal Empire? Have you seen my parents?
No, son, I have not seen anyone else around.
What happened to you?
Did you see a bright white flash too?
Oh yeah, that's right. Cobalt hasn't been caught up on the lore.
No, he hasn't.
No, I have not.
Oh man, I want to send you the Skype invite. Okay, roughly speaking, it has been nearly 1,000 years since a question or since the show. Twilight is now in full control of Equestria, with the exception of the neighboring regions, which are still ruled by their various rulers. Twilight presides over the Equestrian Council, which features representatives from all over Equestria and their allies. The Crystal Empire has been flourishing. The relationship between Twilight and Flurryheart is strained, leading them to not talk outside of political matters.
Okay.
Also, Luna and Celestia are gods.
Oh yeah, they ascended and now basically act as the guides of life and death for all souls in Equestria. They still control the sun and moon, though.
My character has made it her goal to somehow find a way to not die and meet Luna.
Cobalt rubs his eyes and last time I checked, I woke up here. I basically just woke up here.
Vague.
Where are you
Before I
from?
woke up, last time I checked, my house is in Canterlot.
Oh yes, Canterlot's also no longer the capital of Equestria. Ponyville is.
Oh, okay.
You're a long way from home.
What was the last thing you remember?
Drinking cider and then passing out.
Well, sounds like every guardsman I've ever heard.
I've heard that because of the amounts of guards around these towns.
Well,
Okay.
I guess you can probably come with us
Safest
until
route.
you get your memory back.
Sure. You seem to have poor understanding of this.
Well, we just got
Moist,
here.
Very
Sort of.
Cobalt like just glances at it comes to a fruition of him realizing that the Crystal Empire looks different.
So, can we get a description on Cobalt? What does he look like?
I mean, like, assume his picture that he has.
But yeah, he needs to describe
Yes.
for the
Cobalt.
audience.
Um,
What does
yes,
he look
Cobalt.
like?
Talk about yourself.
Cobalt is seems to be covered in what seems to be aqua colored feathers on his crown, and seems to have like a super fluffy like feather gathering around his neck. His pony half seems to be actually be pony-like, and unlike any other hippogriff you see, he actually seems to have more more griffin-looking features of the bird half.
Hey.
Leading to show that he is possibly not indigenous to the hippogriff that has been told in legend.
Well, let's see. As you're staring around, you see an earth pony decked out with an archaic armor, boasting blue, red, and gold trimming. You notice like he's carrying like a heavy backpack with multiple things. He's got this ancient sword, and he's carrying a symbol on his neck, and it is two swords crossed. Yeah. That's the pony who's asking who you are.
Well, they call me Cobalt. Cobalt Breeze.
Nice to meet you, Cobalt Breeze. I am Iron Spirit, and these are my companions. He gestures over to Scout. Would you like to describe yourself?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
It's like meeting each other all over again.
So, what is Scout? What does Scout look like?
Yeah. What does he look like? You have to describe him.
Talk about yourself, Scout.
Well, Scout's a white diamond dog. It's got blue eyes, silver collar inlaid with sapphires. Carrying around a pack with him, very light armor.
He's got good
guess
fan
that's
art.
really
He's
it.
got good art. I'm showing it to
Very
the
true.
audience right now. So
You know, he's detailed,
Yeah, he looks good. He looks
shading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Way
I don't
better
have a
than the
full
original
plushie
design
made of
often.
Scout, but
That's
I would-
coming, right?
I do have
that's
a-
coming. That's coming.
I would love a plushie of mine.
This crystal pony here, he is blackmail. He just used to blackmail.
You see a crystal unicorn. His coat's a little dim right now. It's a little like faded. It's not very bright at the moment. He's wearing black armor from the crystal guards. It's fitted, custom fitted to him. He's a younger pony. He's not a full size yet. You can see on the side, just barely peeking out from beneath a black cape, that he wears that he's got a cutie mark of a black crystal with a set of armor on it as his cutie mark. And you can see that his hair is sharpened into little spikes along his helmet.
There we go. And flying acrobat above you is Silverwings.
You see a brown mare with wings that on the tip slowly as it goes back, it turns silver. Her hair is blue, gets darker as it goes down. And you see a cutie mark of a feather making a slice in the air. Hello. You seem not crazy, so you're a point above blackmail.
Yeah. So,
You see Blackmail looks up and scowls, and his coat gets a little bit dimmer.
he kind of frowns and scowls at Silverwings, realizing the sensitivity of this current situation. He's probably realizing that his family is dead, or it's actually coming to reality for him. So he scowls at Silverwings.
The house was abandoned. It's more likely they got away.
He returns his attention back to Cobalt. He says, what do you know about this place?
I know that last time I checked, it's not supposed to be like this.
Nods in agreement. Is there any evidence of battle? Toonstar, as we ran through the corridors.
Yes,
city.
there were there's tons of wreckage. In certain areas, you saw vehicles that you didn't recognize. They
Could
look
this
like
be the work of the storm person I was told about before?
They look like armored chariots.
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before.
Did I see any discarded armor that I might be able to investigate? DM.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to call upon my cutie mark, hammer and anvil, and attempt to identify the armor. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay. Night.
So, okay. So as you pick up the armor to investigate it, the skull of a pony falls out.
Oh, that's a thing.
Do I know the craftsmanship of it or where it came from?
Just bypassing the skull.
Yeah, just completely ignoring the skull.
Yep.
I
mean, the skull is a dead body.
Yeah. So, actually, you're not familiar with the craftsmanship.
I will relay this information. I'm like, this is strange. I'm not familiar with this craftsmanship or
Could this be the work of this Sombra I heard about before?
Who?
You know, the king of the Crystal Kingdom, Sombra,
No.
enslaved the people.
He wasn't the king. I know Princess Cadence was on the throne with her husband Shining Armor and their daughter Flurryheart. I don't know who you're talking about.
You know, he ruled the Crystal Kingdom. He could turn into shadow, apparently.
Oh, you mean the scary shadow guy? Yeah, he was defeated a long time ago. I think by Twilight and her friends.
They do a lot.
Yeah, they were an inspiration to every pony at the time.
Oh, nevertheless, I'm sure that Luna could have...
We should go see if there's any survivors over there.
How fresh is the corpse, DM?
It actually looks like it's been here for a while. In fact, the entire battleground, the entire area of the city looks like it actually, whatever took place looks like it actually has been some time since.
So,
Since the
Relay
fight,
this
since the
information as
fighting
well.
started.
all right, so let's go through that camp then. Or maybe we can find answers there.
As we
Hopefully
approach,
it's
what do we
friendly.
see?
As you begin approaching the campgrounds, you actually do see ponies there.
Do they look like crystal ponies or just regular ponies?
You actually cannot tell due to the fact that they are wearing armor. It's not the black armor that you found before. It's actually it actually looks like it's made out of crystal.
Okay, so similar, and is it similar in design to Blackmail's armor? To the ancient guardsman armor, I suppose?
No, it actually looks a little bit more streamlined.
So shall we approach them?
Hello?
Oh shit.
Oh, who goes there?
We have
Blackmail. Shh.
Wait. Set up the scene for us. Who is approaching the guards?
So Blackmail will
And I am behind him.
straighten his cape and pick his head up a little bit, trying to give an air of authority as he walks forward, just like his dad taught him. And he tries to keep his head up and walks forward boldly towards them. Hail! I am Blackmail, son of... I didn't actually think of his name.
Red
Son
Mail.
of Steelhoof, and second guard of Shining Armor. Who are you, and what have you done to the Crystal Empire?
Keep in mind, she's like flying like right above him.
You broke the DM.
You
Oh, DM rage
finally
quit.
happened.
DM
should have
rage
made
quit.
it better.
He's like,
You
no,
should have
I'm
made
done.
a better name
I'm
than
done.
Iron Hoof.
You're so dumb. I'm done. Steelhoof, get out of here with that name. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
Sorry,
I thought
guys.
you rage quit.
No, I would never do that.
Okay.
Goddamn game's taking forever. There we are. No, I didn't rage quit.
This is too much to handle.
It's just too
I
much. I'm
accidentally
done with you guys.
clicked
That's it.
out
That was,
where
that was the last straw.
I accidentally clicked out of the tab that I was using for this. Anyway, yeah, I don't have any.
Silver Wings is flying above him.
Have you guys? Okay, I do. I have you guys on the proper.
Is there any cover or something to like in the shadows or anything like that to observe this? Exchange.
I don't have any tokens for the ponies. Damn it. I know what I can do. I mean, you guys can hide behind the. You guys can hide behind here, which is a house.
Okay. He'll position himself, I guess. Yeah. within the house. Is that possible?
Yeah.
And watch from a window or something like that?
So, who are you, and what do you know about what happened to my home?
Your home?
Yes. I am a crystal pony of the Crystal Guards. What have you done what do you know of my home? How did it become in this state?
Look, boy, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but you are definitely not one of us.
Iron Spirit kind of like...
And who are you supposed to be?
I'm just imagining like this horse token, like that's what the character looks like.
Instead of a pony, a full horse.
But like for some reason, I'm thinking of that like horse mask that people bring around, and that's what he looks like. I can't get that thought out of my head.
Anyway,
Iron Spirit gestures for Scout to approach into the darkness of the house, and he gestures like. What is Cobalt doing? You see two of our companions
just trying to like stick to the wall.
Excellent.
You even there?
So, what are your names, and what do you know of the Crystal Empire?
Yeah, it's like I'm along like
we don't have to tell you trespassers anything.
I am not a trespasser. This is my home.
Iron Spirit like reaches over and picks up a rock.
We are simply just travelers trying to get through. Ignore him. He's not the brightest of foes.
Can I roll a charm check to try and convince them that I'm not just some nobody, that I have lived here, and that's not going to do it with a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore him. He's not the brightest of ponies. We just so happened to come to this area. Magic gone wrong. Weird things. Don't ask. We don't know. We came here and we wish to know what happened to this land.
Where have you been? Hiding under a rock?
I mean, the castle technically has rocks in it, and that's a weird place. But in a sense of way, sure. For most people, that's what they say to me a lot.
I was sent on a mission from Shining Armor, what I'm told was a long time ago. And I ended up away from home, and I've been trying to find my way since. Now tell us, what do you know of this place? What happened here?
Shining Armor? Boy, you better think of a better... That's not funny.
Don't worry about him. As I said, he's not the brightest. He has brain troubles.
At this,
that he's in the far past.
Blackmail is getting incredibly annoyed and frustrated at Blaze. He's going to try to keep her quiet with his telekinesis.
He's like looking at you, it's like giving that. It's like, do not say anything.
So he's going to try to stop Blaze with his telekinesis from talking. Or Silver, sorry.
Oh, God.
I think there is some kind of resistance to that.
It depends on what Silver Wings is trying to resist with. Assuming that she even wants to. Like,
oh, yeah.
Do you want to resist? I mean...
Of course I'm going to try to resist.
He's literally forcing you to shut up.
Please don't break. Please don't break. Okay, not broken. Okay, let's see. Telekinesis. See. I set the difficulty with this. Well, I mean, since he's trying to stop you from doing a physical action,
just trying to keep you from talking.
So
like
zip.
essentially shooting a magical rope around your mouth. This will be a body check.
Well,
Okay, the rope succeeds in wrapping around your mouth.
It is no joke. Shining Armor was teaching me how to be a crystal guard so that I may one day guard his daughter, Flurryheart. He sent me to Ponyville to help them with some trouble that they were having with a few ponies that were causing trouble. The next thing I know, I saw a flashing light, and I was tied up in some unknown place. Please, what do you know of the Crystal Empire?
So the guards give you a menacing look, hold their spears out at you, and look like they're getting ready to attack.
She's gonna face hoof.
He stands there, firm with his head up, unwavering.
Okay.
What I tell you is the truth. I do not wish to harm you, but I will defend myself.
Let's see. I guess that one will do. Okay. Wait! The guards begin to approach you, with their spears still extended.
He still stands firm, unwavering.
She flies slightly higher.
Mhm.
In the shadows, Iron Spirit's like flipping up this like rock. He's like taking bead on the nearest one.
Give me a moment.
There we go.
There we go.
What is Scout doing? And what is Cobalt doing? These guards have their spears leveled and are coming towards Blackmail. What are you doing,
Cobalt
Scout?
pops out.
What are you doing, Cobalt?
And basically it says, I have no firm reference in this situation, but I can vouch for this pony. I personally remember being in a different place and being here all of a sudden.
Oh, like we're gonna trust you? Like we're gonna trust you any more than him? Look at him. He's not even wearing the right kind of armor for a crystal guard. And then he has the gall. And then he has the gall to drop Emperor. Then he has the gall to drop Emperor Shining Armor's name like that.
He would like to try and do something rather bold. He's going to try, if he can, to build up some courage and use his honorable trait to try, and he's just going to put his hoof on the spear and gently push it to the ground. What I say is the truth. We are not here to fight each other, for we have the same purpose.
He knocks your hoof. The guard knocks your hoof off. Still. Hold on, the guard, stand down. Yes, Emperor. Yes, my Empress. You. So
Is the lasso still magic lasso around her mouth still?
I don't know. Is it?
For the moment. He'll let it up in a second. For the moment, it is.
So as the guards step back and raise their spears, you see you see an alicorn, a white alicorn with pink bordering around her wings and body, wearing royal clothing.
Does Black Male recognize her cutie mark?
Well, first of all, Flurryheart didn't have one when you knew her.
That's true.
She was just a foal.
That's true.
You hear a clunk, right, from the house, and you hear Iron Spirit like come out of the shadows. He's like, Princess Flurry or Empress Flurryheart.
Black Male will look back at Lukhan and then back at this alicorn, and he will kneel before her, and he will let go of the lasso around Silverwings.
Why the fuck is there an alicorn here?
He's like, oh,
Princess Flurryheart, is that you?
I have not been called princess in some time. It is Empress Flurryheart to you.
I know it's not the time, but I have been pitching that to Luna and Celestia for a long time to start calling themselves that.
Of course, Empress. I am Black Male, here to help you guard the Crystal Empire, or what's left of it.
You
See
mentioned
his coat starts to dim a little bit.
You mentioned my father.
Of course, Empress. I knew him a little bit when I was growing up. He was the captain of my dad's guard unit.
My father was no captain of any guard. My father hadn't been a captain of any guards for a long time.
Forgive me, Your Empress, but they do tell me I'm very old. He's still bowing, trying to
have your friend
show
step out.
respect.
Have your friend step out into the light.
Iron Spirit like nods, and he kind of like glances back at Scout, and he steps forward and he says, Empress Flurryheart, we have dire news from the Kingdom of Ponyville. We seek your aid. We are envoys sent by Princess Twilight. We are her humble students.
You, students of my aunt.
Of course, Your Majesty.
I do recall her sending me many letters about two students she found particularly gifted.
No one answered my question. Why there's an alicorn here?
Shh. You hear Black Male trying to shush Silverwings a little bit. Shh. As he still keeps his head bowed and kneeled.
Iron Spirit will inform Silverwings of the lineage of Princess Flurryheart, or Empress Flurryheart, stating like she is of cadence of the sire Shining Armor. She is the Empress of the Crystal Empire.
That still doesn't explain the alicorn.
She is the daughter of Princess Cadence.
She was born an alicorn.
Born.
That could happen?
Only one.
Yes.
Apparently.
Also, who's Cadence?
He kind of like smiles at this and he's like, I'll tell you about it later.
Cobalt face claws at Silverwings.
You are in the presence of royalty. He will give a courteous gesture towards the Empress.
Well, you lot do seem a little too polite for a group of my aunt's students.
We have been
I'm
through a
no
lot.
student of Twilight.
I just woke up here.
You've, like,
So, what happened to you?
And if I may, Your Highness, what happened to the rest of the residents? Surely my mom and dad must be with them.
Guards, let them pass. Come, I will explain everything once we're safely inside the barrier.
nods and replies and gestures to follow after the Empress.
Okay.
Well, listen suit.
Does this barrier look similar to, like, say, one of Blackmail's force fields? Like, does it look like that kind of same force field type of magic?
Actually, you can't see any barrier at all.
Okay.
Alright, so what happens once we go in?
Okay, so
This is the perfect time to become Emperor of the Crystal Kingdom.
That will take a very dramatic turn. For...
Yes. Now my secret mission has been revealed. I am an assassin. Princess Twilight has sent me. Goodbye, Flurryheart.
The only thought going through, like, Silver's head is like, she's an alicorn. She might be able to get in touch with Luna.
It's very true.
oh crap! I did it again, didn't I?
Yep.
I don't know. Did you?
You did.
Oh, yep.
I have faith in
Confirm
him.
it.
He can just Control Z and undo it.
I don't think it's that kind of problem.
Oh.
Oops! I did it again.
You sang
Copyright
that song?
strike.
Yep. YouTube banned, instant banned. Is this the
Nope.
same armor, by the way?
So while our DM does this, this is the podcast segment, right? That's what we started doing now?
Sure.
Actually, I'm trying not to go. I'm actually trying not to spend too much time on just random jibber jabber.
Understandable.
There we go.
So was the armor the same armor that the current guards are wearing? The body versus the...
No, it was a black. It was a sleek black armor.
Okay.
Let's move everybody to squares. So once you're inside, you're treated to a totally different landscape.
Zoom in on us over here.
At the top, like, left.
This doesn't look like the Crystal Empire anymore.
That's because the Crystal Empire you knew is gone.
To be honest, I didn't really know it that well.
If what you say is correct, blackmail was it?
Yes, Empress.
You have been gone from the Crystal Empire for nearly 1,000 years.
Yes, that's what I keep being told.
If I remember from what my father told me correctly, he told me the story of that contingent, how not all ponies made it back.
Oh, I see. His coat just gets dimmer and dimmer.
As it stands, as I am sorry to say that as it stands, your the family and friends you knew have long since passed.
Oh,
It's easier if you just come to accept it like I did. Read a book, it helps.
I don't think that's gonna work for me.
As for what has been happening, as for what has been happening, it has been 5 years. It has been 5 years since we've had word from my aunt. I'd given up hope that she'd send any response to me or assistance.
Is this Aunt the Twilight?
Indeed.
Yes,
I'm-
Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Is she
Princess
not stone? Is that what happened? I'm completely lost with the Twilight thing.
Empress, from what we've learned recently, it seems like parts of Equestria have been secluded from each other for some time. Parts all across Equestria have been out of contact, some for years and some for decades.
Oh, I see. That means that means that my Aunt Twilight is in danger, is she not?
She is.
Yeah. Yes, that's why how we ended up here. We were trying to save her.
I see. As she begins walking forward.
Follow after.
Have you
Blackmail
seen a key thingy?
cautiously follows after her.
Tends to be what we end up looking for.
Well, if she is too weak to handle her own problems, I shan't send my guards into a foolhardy quest just to save her. Besides, we have our own issues.
What are those, Your Highness?
For the past 5 years, we have been under constant assault by the Nightlings.
What?
The Nightlings are what they're commonly called. Well, their real name, though, is the Nocturnius.
Are those like Black Pegasus? Because I think we've run into some of those before.
No, they are unlike any creatures you have ever encountered. According to my father's stories, ages ago, the Nocturnius once fought against the Crystal Empire, but the Crystal Empress sealed them away. In an attempt to get revenge, they sent an envoy from their world into ours. Unfortunately for them, their envoy lost his memory, and took the form of a pony. A crystal pony by the name of Shining Hope befriended him, and he became known as Sombra.
I know him! He's the pony that Luna and Celestia fought.
Yes.
Are these creatures from the shadow plane? From the shadow world?
Yes. Far deeper than you can. They exist far deeper than you can imagine. They are their forms are a twisted mockery of our own pony bodies, and they like nothing more than to snuff out the light that exists within the crystal heart. Fortunately, I have been able to protect it, but they have overrun the city, and I cannot get close enough to restore the heart. Their new king. Somehow, their new king knew exactly where to strike us and when to take complete control of the empire. We have been fighting an uphill battle ever since.
Is it possible that there was another sleeper agent, I guess you would say, amongst the ponies.
Nonsense. None of my nonsense. None of my citizens would dare turn traitor against me.
That's the point of a sleeper agent. They're programmed. There is no moral code with them. They just do.
Your Highness,
I'll have you lot know that the Crystal Empire has endured constant attack from many creatures. We have learned to spot the devious among the pure.
Your Highness, though I am still just a young guard pony, maybe we can help, and I can help get back the Crystal Heart and keep it safe. Do you know where it is currently located?
I do.
Perhaps we can find a way.
I do know where the heart is located, but I will not give you its location.
Then what would you have us do, Your Highness?
I would have you leave my empire as soon as possible. If you are not here to, if you are not with our enemy, then if you are not with our enemy, then you do not. If you are not with our enemy and affiliated with my aunt, then you do not belong among us.
Your Highness, we would do so if we knew how. But each time we end up in a different location of Equestria that has been secluded. There is no way to get back. So it seems we are stuck here. But I offer you my service in the time that I am here.
I suppose I could use you. Very well. I do know where the Crystal Heart is located. As I said, I do know the Crystal Heart's location. It is in a place that I was able to rescue it. I was able to rescue it long before our enemies found it. But I will not relinquish its location so readily. If you wish to prove yourself, then go. Push. Then I will give you an even greater. Then I will give you an even more dangerous assignment than simply restoring the heart. You must find where the Nocturnians are entering my city. Defeat their king and send them back from whence they came.
Blackmail bows again. As I can, it shall be done, Your Highness.
Good. That should be such a simple task as for the students of my aunt.
I'm not a student of her.
You are affiliated with these two? Points to Iron Spirit and Scout.
Define affiliated.
Your Highness, they have rescued me in my time of need, and they have proven to be allies of Equestria. Surely they will help us defeat the Shadow King once more.
We shall see. Now be gone with you. I shall not waste any more time with your ilk.
Blackmail bows again and starts backing away.
Iron Spirit frowns at this, at the sudden change of loyalty of his companion. He bows courteously towards Flurryheart before departing. He frowns and turns to Scout, and he's like, "This is all strange."
Flurryheart enters what appears to be her tent within the campgrounds.
Our loyalty is to Princess Twilight. There's a reason why our two nations fell apart or became distant. What do you think, Scout?
Might not be the best person to ask right now. Just keep going.
Okay.
I agree. This wasn't at all how her mother and father ran the kingdom.
She has made no promise to save Twilight, even with her armies free. There's animosity towards her, and I do not know why.
Wasn't that? Didn't we already know this?
No, we don't know
That-
why. They just know that they become distant.
No, I don't mean why, but we already knew she didn't like Twilight. Wouldn't it have been easier to keep Twilight out of this conversation?
I think that's the only reason why she allowed us any decorum at all.
So I think we need to try and help. It seems like when we try and help these ponies, we find our way out. Though I don't know where we would begin. This is not the home that I once knew.
Much has changed, Blackmail. Much has changed.
And it seems for the worst at the moment.
Was it so wise to pledge your allegiance to such a young and rash leader? Although I understand her hesitation, I still don't know the full picture in regards to our two nations' relationship.
What happened to Scout?
Not sure.
He's working on stuff. He's got other stuff going on.
Yeah, he said,
okay.
move on. Go on without him.
Yeah.
Whether I agree with her or not, she is still the heir to the throne, and I was being
Technically,
raised
she's
to protect her.
Heir to the throne, she's the Empress. She has the throne.
So it is my duty to try and protect her, and I don't know her all that well. Maybe she's just grumpy in the morning.
Iron Spirit smiles at this and gives a slight chuckle. And he shrugs and he's like, yes, I suppose.
What?
Excuse me, young ones, but I couldn't help but overhearing your conversation.
A spy! No.
Attack it!
You're approached by an aged crystal pony.
It's a spy.
You're a spy.
It's a spy.
Hello, stranger.
Scout is spy.
He knew it. I knew it. Who are you, old hen? Horse?
Please.
Pony? Old pony?
Please, my friends call me Olive Branch.
Hello, Olive Branch. It's an honor to meet you. Would you care to sit by the fire? And he gestures.
Yes, please forgive me. These old bones aren't what they used to be. I understand that you're having difficulty accepting the attitude of our Empress. She means well, but times have been very stressful on her, especially with the falling out between her and Princess Twilight.
She did not seem to have much faith in that relationship.
Well, there was a time when the two were were the closest of family. But unfortunately, the weights of the throne can cause many to change. It actually started with their with her parents.
What happened? The last time I saw her, she was just a little pony.
Yes, those were better days. far beyond my time, you see. But of course my ancestors have passed down stories of the greatness of the Crystal Empire. It seems that things started going downhill following the death of the emperor.
What happened to Shining Armor?
Apparently, a war had broken. Apparently, a great monster had escaped Tartarus, and Shining Armor had injured Empress Cadence. Emperor Shining Armor went out to face the Empire had sent word to Princess Twilight, but unfortunately she was dealing with a crisis of her own. And she couldn't come to her brother. She couldn't come to the Empire's aid, nor send any help for us. Emperor Shining Armor resigned to face the creature alone, and though he succeeded in defeating it, it cost him his life. Unfortunately, though Empress Cadence understood the circumstances, to have the young Empress Flurryheart grow up without her father was difficult. Empress Cadence had to run the empire by herself, and even though Princess Twilight sent aid afterwards, after the crisis had been averted, things were never really the same. Eventually Flurryheart became empress, and her mother retired, spending her last remaining days mourning her lost husband, and supporting her child. Unfortunately, as you know, Princess Twilight is the sole ruler of Equestria, and she must tend to many things. Whereas Empress Flurryheart only needed worried about the Crystal Empire. This led to further the gap between the two, and by time they could find a moment for dialogue, unfortunately, it was too late for both of them. Empress Flurryheart decided to focus more on her people, while Princess Twilight focused on Equestria itself. And this, unfortunately, is the result. We are now at war, and we are told that no aid will come from our Equestrian allies.
Well, you're right. No aid will come, from our understanding, but we are here to help. What can you tell us of the current situation? What do you know of this new Shadow King?
Not much, I'm afraid. One day they just attacked without warning. No one was prepared for the onslaught. For you see, the Crystal Empire had, despite Empress Flurryheart's falling out with Princess Twilight, right? The Empire had grown strong, and in time, and we had known a great peace. Especially so when the Nightlings came, no no one could repel them back. I only caught a glimpse of the horrible king and his vicious red eyes. I do know though that he was. I do know. However, I've tried. However, there is one thing I do know of this attack. Though no crystal pony could have. Though no crystal pony could, today would be able to help the Nightlings. Would be able to help the Nightlings engage in such a brutal campaign. I know that they did not work alone.
So there's other forces within this.
Yes. Before I made my escape. You see, I was a librarian working within the castle walls, and I saw that the Night King as we know him had assistance from a pony in black armor.
The general.
Yes, this pony seems to be responsible for the current state of Equestria.
I see. But how could a single pony be so powerful and not be an alicorn?
There is the amulet, is there not? Will my character actually know about the amulet?
The alicorn amulet?
Yeah.
I mean, if she studied it.
I mean, she did be with Luna, and if it came up with her at any point.
I'm
going to take because I don't think she would know about that.
I don't think it would have, because the alicorn, because until Trixie, from my understanding, until Trixie found it in that curio shop, the alicorn amulet had been lost for some time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like,
I guess it would be a myth to her.
Yeah.
We don't know, but he seems to have his hand in all of the trouble that Equestria is currently facing.
It is quite possible. It is quite possible that he is still here with the Night King. If you can defeat him, if you can find him, then you may be able to find our. If you can defeat him, maybe you can find. If you can find the Night King, then maybe you can find this general.
Do you know where the Night King first appeared and started coming through the city? That might be a good place for us to start.
Unfortunately, no, I do not. All I know was that the Crystal Castle was the first area to be hit.
Then it sounds like we may need to pay it a visit. What do you think, Cobalt Breeze? And what about you, Lukhan?
After glancing at the hippogriff, he was just sitting there eating and thinking of all the terrible things that's been happening. Iron Spirit shrugs and he's like, if the general is involved, then we must be involved as well. At first I was on the post, not sure which way to go, but if this pony is the cause behind all this, this problem must be taken care of.
I wish somebody would actually make a legit version of these locations for the maps in this.
It's kind of tough. Sometimes what I use is children's play mats for the games I run at conventions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Draw it out.
Well, not necessarily draw it out. I use scenes from the.
It's great. It's great.
I found these play packs, book play bundles with like the little 25mm figures in it and the play mats. I use those as maps.
Hero clicks. Bundles of hero clicks.
Oh, HeroClix.
Well, I have a dry erase mat myself when I'm doing this physically.
But I mean, like for the Tales of Equestria, like so I've got like the Crystal Castle. I think I've got some Canterlot, some like sea stuff for like sea ponies.
Use that one already.
But yeah, it is tough trying to find these on Roll20 in a JPEG type of format.
That's why I usually just make mine.
Once again, I suck at hand drawing.
You don't have to. It's just
I use the
insert
dungeon
objects. Yeah, just insert objects.
Basically what you've
I'll
been
send
doing.
you a link to what I use, which you'll probably find immensely helpful.
Is that the thing that you can like edit like?
Yeah.
Kind of because I was thinking of using that.
Yeah, I saw the preview for that.
It does take some time to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one I use, like I have a free version I use, and then there's the paid version, which I plan to eventually get.
I'll send you links. Of like maps and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, wait, they don't love you like I. And I did it again, man.
Control Z.
Well, no, because I don't want to erase what I've done.
Oh.
I just want to move it from one layer to the other.
So on the color spectrum, what color is blackmail right now?
So
it's fading and fading and fading. So
From shiny to rock, what are you?
Blackmail. So Blackmail's coat is normally white, like normally bright white, reflective. Right now he's almost rock colored. Like he's almost like a dark gray.
Let's see.
Blackmail, you doing all right?
Not really. This just feels like things are getting worse and worse for us, or at least for me.
Blackmail, it's always darkest before the dawn. Don't lose hope.
It's not gonna help though. That it sounds like I don't have my parents to help me anymore. I'm not gonna see them again or be able to tell them how much I love them. And as he's talking, his coat's still darker, like very faintly, as he just reminisces about all of the things that he can no longer do with his parents, and he starts to miss them.
He goes from this
Silver.
to this.
Silver just goes over to him, like tries to like gently pat him, like he's off his bed, and say, "You're not in this alone."
Okay, but it didn't really seem like you cared, or
I'm told I'm not very good with sympathizing. I'm trying.
Okay. You don't seem to be bothered at all that all the people that you used to know are now gone.
I feel this is what. Do you remember what happened last night? What I am told when my emotions get that I recluse myself, which I couldn't do very much, but I definitely silenced myself to a book as much as I could. It is very bothersome in the fact that I can probably never see Luna again is a very big worry of mine.
Well, bothersome and worried aren't the things you say about loved ones. Was there anybody that you cared about that you miss too?
Luna. Luna was the only one.
Someone has a girl crush on Luna.
It's more like a motherly thing.
I'm gonna go with girl crush. Anyway,
Blackmail. You're not alone in this, right? You have friends. You are one of the bearers of harmony, remember? He gestures to your amulet.
Yeah, I suppose so. But what am I supposed to do now? All the people that that I was supposed to protect are all gone now.
Your empress yet lives. Do not fail her.
I'll try.
You've sworn an oath. So he stands up and like grabs him by his shoulders and he's like, you swore an oath to Princess Flurryheart. Did you not?
Yes.
Have you already forgotten it?
No.
Then hold on to that oath and remember it.
Okay.
As I am sworn to Twilight, you must be sworn to Flurryheart.
He just kind of shakes his head slowly.
Iron Spirit like nods in reply and is like, don't fail her. And he gives him like a hug.
His coat gets a little bit brighter. Now it's lighter gray.
He like nods and he like rubs his helmet just to mess up his hair and give him something else to do.
Oh, that's not nice. He pulls out his pony balm and starts trying to spike his hair again.
Iron Spirit laughs at this and walks off.
So, shall we go looking?
Yeah, I think we need to go to the castle and see if we can find any clues there. What do you think, Cobalt?
I think you're mute.
Yeah, nothing's coming through, Cobalt.
can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Your lips are moving, but no one is.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Technical problems.
Oh,
Yeah.
no!
One of many tonight.
It's all right. It's all right. Everybody's getting
Watch
started.
this distracting dancing pony.
Iron Spirit walks up to Silverwings and is like, "You doing all right, Silverwings?"
Doing normal.
He's like,
Should I?
"You know, sometimes you give Blackmail a hard time."
Yes. But he seems that sometimes that he requires it, and other times he does not.
Why do you feel that way?
He just has the wrong demeanor for a guard for me.
Well,
I've
he's
hung
not
out with
protecting
many,
you.
and that's not what I meant. Usually he makes it feel like he doesn't take much seriously.
I heard
Oh,
that. Now say something.
Basically, Cobalt rubs his crown feathers and says, "I'm just trying to absorb everything in right now."
So he's like the wide-eyed recruit. He's like, "What's going on? What's all this heavy shit being laid down on me?"
He's our Krillin!
Like lost families. People have died 1,000 years ago. What's
Where's
going on?
Goku?
I thought this was supposed to be a fun adventure with lighthearted silliness, not death, the shadows walking the planescapes and skulls falling out of armor.
Cobalt's more of in the lines of like he's out of the loop. Last time, all he remembers is enjoying cider in his house and waking up here, and apparently everything's gone
to shit.
Actually, to correct you, Cobalt isn't Krillin. He's Yamcha.
Oh, that is so. I gave him at least an episode where he had a redeeming quality. You just killed him. There's a reason Yamcha doesn't have an ownage counter. Because before it starts, it's already over 1,000.
Would you say it's over 9,000?
Oh, by easily. Maybe 9 million.
Well, unfortunately, before you guys can begin your trek to the Crystal Kingdom, we must say goodnight.
Good night. Goodbye.
I know this session was brief and short, but there's actually some more things that I need to do before I go to bed and get up for work.
Fun.
This is not my job, people.
Make it his job. Fund him.
But it could
Make
be.
it go fund you.
Well, yes. I mean, I'm
Follow
in the
the giant finger.
I'm in the process of making a Patreon. I just want to get all the information on what that entails before I do anything.
Shall we say our goodbyes or?
Yes.
All right, everybody say goodbye.
Bye. Cobalt wave.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Tales of Equestria, Faces of Shadow.
Woohoo, Shadow!
Da, 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 da.